All right. And we're back. I shouldn't steal that. I shouldn't steal "and we're back" in the extremely men drinking coffee voice.
And we're back.
Come on, they didn't invent enthusiasm.
They didn't. Thank God. Let's. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. I'm gonna get the right zoom amount here. That's pretty good. All right. Hello. Welcome back.
It's time.
Welcome back to Gharbad's Second Life charity stream. I'm your host, Devious Vacuum, and this is Costume Fairy Adventures with Game Master Lavender G.
Hello.
And players BeamsplashX.
Hello.
Kaz.
It's me. My name is Kaz.
And Ragny.
Hi.
Can you believe it, folks? Can you believe it? They're all here to play Costume Fairy Adventures. I'm excited. We already came up with our characters, so I think I'm just gonna hand it over to Violet to be a GM.
All right. So before we start, I'm just going to give a little bit of preamble for the folks at home, because I know a lot of the viewership is probably American or other such. Now, as you probably know, up in Canada, we have our Thanksgiving in October instead of November. We actually do this for every holiday, so today is Halloween for me.
Happy Halloween!
Thank you so much. And so as a result, given the current date, Halloween, and the proximity to October, which is the month of your Halloween, I feel it best that this one-off is possessed of a certain holiday spirit. So,
He's possessed.
to that end, welcome every little fairy in here and out there. We're playing costume scary adventures, and I hope you are prepared for our bone-chilling tale of the Fairy Queen's House of Fear. Our tale begins, as they so often do, on a dark night, when an idea struck an innocuous gentleman by the name of Mr. Leopold Vaughan, a profiteer who ran a plethora of holiday-themed events. His opportunistic business model was floundering and failing. In an effort to liven things up, he branded his summer solstice festival with the name of the Fairy Queen to great effect, and has elected to do the same for his haunted house. Now the Fairy Queen has taken notice of this, and been infuriated over the laziness with which the Fairy Queen's House of Fear is being run. Not a single attraction is actually fairy-related. Her name has simply been slapped on the front door. Taking her name is one thing, but this kind of nonsense is a direct attack on the most precious things in all worlds, her brand. Our heroes have been dispatched to force Mr. Vaughan to close his haunted house before it even opens, or at least to turn it into something that won't besmirch the Queen's good name. And now I think it is high time we meet those heroes. First, why don't we meet the Doctor?
My character is Dr. Necco Dankthistle, who's a goblin. In Costume Fairy Adventures, you have a kind, which is what kind of fairy you are, and my goblin powers are agility, and which means like I can't fly, but I can crawl around on stuff real good, and keen senses, which allows me to do like all of my senses are as good as my sense of sight. So I can read by taste, I can do stuff like that, which is why for the pog that I'm using, I've chosen a troll sona. My quirks, so quirks are special traits that characters have that give them different abilities, and my quirks are that I'm a schemer, and I'm creepy. Necco Dankthistle is, of course, the Fairy Queen's lead scientist terms of, spooktacular spirits and Halloween japery. So, of course, She was sent to make sure that this haunted house was sufficiently scary. Dr. Necco Dankthistle is an expert in all things spooky related.
And moving on, I believe we have a fairy who is currently doing what the teens call dabbing.
So my character is Hotch Ocklett. I am a
It sure
brownie. I'm a brownie, who are the class of fairy that is not really treated with as much suspicion around town, because they often get things done and help other beings out. And in my case, Hotch is a nosy character who always wants to get involved in stuff, because what's most important is taking care of business and getting things done. And whatever result counts as taking care of business. It's also a bit of a daredevil. Likes to go for very flashy, risky solutions to problems, and doing it all with muscle.
And up next, we have a fairy who has just arrived, or rather, who has arrived 5 minutes ago and 5 minutes from now. I believe is Whitney Carnation.
Yes, hi. My character is Whitney Carnation. She's a pixie, very flowery, very happy kind of fairy, not particularly bright. I don't think she understands the concept of a haunted house to scare, so her quirks are nervous because she's not completely comfortable talking to strangers, but she's also a show-off, which I'm sure is not a contradiction at all. Her power is one that I hope is not gonna screw me too much. It's called collocation. Collocation. It's weird. She can exist at several places at the same time, or in the past and the future. She can meet herself from the past or from the future. The description is not particularly descriptive about how mechanically it's gonna work.
So, mechanically, you may access the quirks of any costume in your possession, regardless of whether you're actually wearing it.
It also mentions that I could roleplay myself at two places at the same time.
Yes.
Which is the interesting part.
And finally, we have a fairy who has left all of my Halloween candy alone, but has eaten all of my decorations. A milkweed butterscotch.
That's right. My little goblin is milkweed butterscotch. He has traded in the keen senses of goblinhood for being omnivorous. So he's still agile as goblins are, able to sneak and scuttle up walls and stuff, but loves to eat garbage. Milkweed's favorite things are blood, books, garbage, and losing. He is very optimistic. It's one of his quirks that I've called Silver Lining. I've renamed the quirk to Silver Lining, owing to his high shine score, which is a kind of like fairy luck, which he doesn't know he has at all. And he's vulgar as well. He just loves filth and is disgusting. And I made his little picture myself because I couldn't find anything that was quite like it. And he has a flat head, so it doesn't fit neatly into a pog, which is why I am twice as wide as anyone.
You're very large.
Mm-hmm.
Milkweed's very large. It's fine. It's okay to be large.
Now, of course, for this game, Costume Fairy Adventures is a very open game, so everyone looks in your journals, you will see that there is a description of each location, which would give you the pair of quirks in that location, which you can tag for rolls, as well as some suggested shenanigans for that location that you can do to earn mischief motes. If you earn motes, you did it. You got the points, you got the points. You will also see the staff of the house, who once again, they have quirks. They also have powers, facets, stress limits, and shenanigans. But those will mostly become relevant as you interact with people. But there is one other thing. Now, this isn't really fair. There's 4 of you and 1 of me. That's completely out of order, so I'm gonna call in some help. Now, there's 5 of us total. So I'm gonna see if I can't harangue 5 of my friends into showing up and there we go, my 5 fellow members of the Skeleton Cabal, who exist merely to thwart do.
Oh no.
Oh, being thwarted ain't so bad.
Oh, no.
Skeletons, the worst enemies of fairies.
And so you enter into the foyer, the dimly lit entrance to the Fairy Queen's House of Fear, currently in a state of perfect cleanliness. A large rug takes up most of the floor, and tucked away in a corner is a small door leading to the manager's office. Velvet ropes are carefully placed, leading any potential guest towards the door to the west wing of the house, where the first attraction is. To the east, labeled in bright letters, is a door to the gift shop, and the house's maintenance technician is busy adding dust and cobwebs, as appropriate.
I'm pleased to hear about the dust. Anyway, there's no garbage? They don't have a trash can in the foyer?
Yes, this haunted house won't do it all. I can see why they called in an expert like Dr. Necco Dankthistle to solve these problems. Now, my lackeys, help me as I make this place more spookifying and scary.
Yeah, you heard the doctor.
What shall we do?
What are you doing here, Hotch? I thought the Fairy Queen only said professionals.
What's not pro about me? You look at me, you don't see pro? I'm all pro.
The Fairy Queen said I'm a professional?
I haven't been a professional in my entire life.
Milkweed is my trusted assistant. Of course, every mad scientist needs an assistant.
Well, you can trust on me to eat, sleep, and lose.
Now, everyone, it's imperative that we make this the absolute best haunted house that we possibly can. So, I'm going to need all of you to listen carefully to my plans and execute them perfectly, and everything will go fine.
I'm listening.
My first plan, as the brilliant Dr. Necco Dankthistle, is to fill this foyer with cobwebs and other spooky things.
Where are we finding the
If you ask
cobwebs?
me, it's pretty spooky as it is. I haven't seen or been in any place this clean in a long time.
Should we bring in a lot of spiders?
Yes, excellent idea. Yes, spiders and, hold on, let me look at my list here. Do we have anything with the Fairy Queen's picture on it? I look expectantly at Hotch Ocklett, brand expert.
Yeah, I think we got like a couple paintings. We have like a sort of cross stitch. That kind of looks like cobwebs already. I made it myself.
Absolutely does not look anything like cobwebs. Only a ridiculous fool would think so.
I made a portrait of the Fairy Queen with flowers.
I think I ate a portrait once. I don't know if it was her, though.
How recently? Can you spit it back out?
I don't know, I can try.
Oh,
Sounds like a
no.
challenge of some sort. Can I?
Yeah, all right.
Can I attempt to
let's get
produce?
Milkweed to test to see if you can vomit up a portrait that you have
Okay,
eaten.
I am absolutely tagging my vulgar quirk because I am
100%.
I'm trying to vomit a portrait that I think I ate at some point in the past.
Wow.
I just realized I didn't even ask if it was of the fairy queen.
So I think, since you're just kind of hoping that it's a fairy queen portrait, we're gonna also make this a shine test.
Okay, that's yeah. I can't imagine anything else. What else? First ability creature line. No, I don't think I can tag anything else if I'm being honest. So I'm just gonna go for it.
All right, so that's 2d6. Trying to roll 4 or under.
Try this. Ha!
Well, first,
Nice.
Not.
a few things happen. So the first is you rolled a 6, so you get a point of magic. So you now have 4 points of magic.
Outstanding.
However, you rolled a 6. Another skeleton has arrived.
Right, so that's a thing. You get trouble and we get magic.
Yes.
Where can I note that actually? I thought I had a profile in the game. If oh, here we go. Edit. I think
So a quick interruption. Gharbad is in the chat and said, wanted to point out that we are now at $1,045, which means we are over halfway to our goal. So thank you all so much for donating money to help Gharbad move and help him get back on his feet. I really appreciate it.
Yay.
Yeah, scroll down below the stream if you need the link. Keep giving.
Oh, I guess I should also say I had a plan for that as well. Because there's magic and trouble in this game, I was going to make my donation amount match $10 for every point of trouble or magic that we spend.
Aw. All right.
So,
Let's get
I'm
the
glad I have
trouble.
at least added to the trouble, although I think I feel sick.
So, Milkweed Butterscotch successfully vomits up a portrait. It's actually a portrait of Dr. Necco Dankthistle. But like a really unflattering one. This is a terrible portrait. You look awful.
I thought I told you to get rid of that.
I did! I hate it!
Oh my god, what is it? It looks so creepy. It would be perfect. Whitney is gonna hang the portrait on a wall.
No.
Don't you want to be scary?
Not like this. This doesn't respect my brilliance at all.
But it's fairy stuff and we're decorating. See, it all works out.
So as you hang it on the wall, fairies generally escape notice unless something happens. Alex Herringsworth kind of hears the sound of a portrait being hung up and walks over. And just kind of takes a cigarette out of their mouth. Well, who are you? What's this?
Oh, hi.
What's going on?
I'm Whitney Carnation. We are here to make this place creepy. I'm doing the work. I put on a creepy portrait.
I don't remember you working here.
I don't work here. I'm just here to make this place creepy.
Look, where I come from, when you start going in somebody's house and messing around, that's called vandalism.
What do you mean somebody's house? This is the property of the Fairy Queen. It has her name on it.
Well, you'd have to talk to the manager, Mr. Vaughn, about that. That's a branding thing. All I know is that I haven't received any directives to hang up a portrait of... Oh, jeez, look at that thing! Oh, God! No! No.
It's great,
That's...
right?
No. That is not allowed.
But
So,
it would make the atmosphere of the place so much more palatable. You can almost touch the creepiness.
Alright, so I'm going to ask you to give me a contest against Alex Herringsworth.
Okay.
See if you can convince Alex to let you hang up the portrait.
So a contest to convince her?
Yes. Convince them.
So, since I'm wearing my rabbit bunny hat costume, I would like to tag adorable because I'm very convincing when I'm adorable.
Okay.
I don't think I could tag show off in this case. I'm just gonna. So this is 2d6, right?
Yep, and you have to choose which facet that you think you're rolling with.
Right. Grace, I guess.
Okay, and if you can think of any reason that you can tag one of Alex's quirks against her, you are allowed to do that.
What are her quirks? How do I see those?
So if you look in the journal under House of Fair Staff, you'll see Alex Herringsworth has the quirks. Those things will kill you and professional pride. Because they are
I see, okay.
bit of a chain smoker.
Well, the creepiness of the portrait is so palatable that yeah, those things will kill you if you smell it.
Okay. The paint fumes do not mix well with the cigarette smoke. That will remove one die from Alex's pool.
Okay, so I'm still doing 2d6.
Yes. Unless you can tag a location or if somebody's helping.
I don't think so.
Hold
Okay.
on, I can help. Like that, Her
Also,
Majesty service thing.
Just a clarification on my power. I can tag quirks from another costume. Only one costume at a time, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you're doing a thing where both your past and future selves are here together doing this.
Oh, yeah, my future self just arrived and will assure her that, yeah, this is indeed creepy. A lot of people got creeped by it, so my future self obviously is wearing the white grease paint, which has the quirk kind of creepy. And also the quirk expressive. This painting is very, very expressive. Look at all the colors.
Okay, so it's one quirk per source, so you get the one
Okay.
costume quirk. So it's
Right.
3d6.
I forgot
On your
that.
right.
So it's a creepy, kind of creepy quirk. So that's 3d6?
Yep.
And both my present self and my future self are right here trying to convince her.
So first, you get a point of magic.
Yay! Does that mean another skeleton is here?
Hello, people. How's everyone doing?
I hope there's like nowhere to move by the end of this.
How many skeleton icons did you prepare?
Do not ask me that question. We're not prepared for the answer. And so, I assume your grace is
My
4.
grace is 4.
Your result is 2, since that is the highest number underneath your grace. As is Alex is rolling against their focus. They rolled a 2-2, so you both take 2 stress.
Okay.
And so since it's a tie, you both kind of just start arguing over this painting, and you're not really getting much progress in getting it hung up. And at this point, Alex is kind of taken out of your hands, just flipped it around so that it's not facing anything, because Alex definitely does not want to look at this painting, because this painting is weird and gross.
But that's the point!
Can I go around to the other side of the wall and just sort of crack open the wall so that the painting's still visible on the other side?
How do you mean?
Oh, I mean the painting slipped around on like this wall that Whitney's next to, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can just like go around to the other side and crack the wall open so that the painting's still visible to somebody?
Yes, if you want to try and fly into the other room and smash the wall.
Yes.
Okay. That's definitely a thing you're allowed to do.
Alright, so what's the rules here?
So first you kind of breeze into the manager's office, and now you have kind of changed locations. You're on the foyer, so you're in a small office used by mache, who's the manager of the house, and it's filled with overflowing filing cabinets and paper-crowded desks, all sorts of various official-looking documents that Haig hasn't gotten time to, and Mr. Vaughn is standing there yelling at Haig, just about profits and costs and that kind of thing. They don't seem to notice you at the moment, so you can do a Moxie test if you want to try and smash through this window or wall.
Why, yes, I would. So is that just...
So you start with 1d6, and then you see if you can tag any personal quirks, if you can tag any location quirks, and any costume quirk.
Nice. Well, Daredevil, sure, I'm going to get this done. It's a big dramatic move. People are going to know.
Alright. That makes sense.
Also, it's very rude to punch a hole in the wall.
So rude.
Also, these things on the card, those are the costume quirks. Am I just supposed to like work off of the name for those? And
Yeah, just work off the name. If you can think of a way that name works, then yeah.
Well, it's not a portrait of the fairy queen, so I don't think those actually work. Yeah, I think I'll just stick. Oh.
The location has too much paperwork and owl enclosure. If you can think of a way to help them.
Let's just keep it as it is for now.
Alright, so give me 2d6 against 4. Alright, so that is a success with a result of 2. You do in fact manage to smash a hole in the wall.
This is vaguely how a failure would go too, honestly.
And the portrait is now perfectly visible to Leopold Vaughn and Matt Haig, who both kind of immediately notice it. Go, oh, what? Oh, ah!
It's good for the brand. I'm here for the brand.
Leopold kind of stares at you. Who are you? Get out of the earth! This house isn't open to the public yet. Mac, get rid of them.
We need a second opinion. Alex H says that this portrait's not very spooky. So I wanted y'all to see the portrait and know that it's spooky, and we're gonna flip it back around, and everyone's gonna be really scared when they come in. Fairy Queen's orders. Not smashing the wall, but making it look scary.
Future Whitney is like, see, I told you other people were gonna find it creepy.
The hole in the wall is also kind of scary. You could like push the painting out of the way and be like, you know?
I don't see how it's very scary. It opens into an office full of paperwork.
Well,
paperwork is terrifying. I don't even want to think about it.
I can't even do paperwork. Throw it in the garbage every time. Never done paperwork.
Yeah, in the garbage.
See, Milkweed knows.
What do I know?
Winners know.
Alright, so if you're going to try and convince Mr. Vaughn to put this up, that is going to be a contest.
Which stat now?
Can I help? Obviously, I want this painting to be there.
Yes, as always, anybody can help if they can justify how they're helping.
Well, Whitney's the one who wants to put this painting up.
I think Whitney's pretty obviously assisting, so...
Necco is still pouting. Necco's thinking of a separate, better plan.
Alright, we'll do this contest and we'll get to Necco's plan. So you have, you can tag one of Whitney's personal or costume quirks. You can tag one of your own personal quirks, one location quirk, and one quirk of Mr. Vaughn to use against him.
Oh wow, this is a lot. Okay, I think I might want to use Whitney's show-off quirk.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let's see. Yeah, the too much paperwork quirk.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You know, we could probably like just take some of this paperwork and like make it look like more cobwebs, so we don't have to get more spiders. All right. I already used Daredevil and stuff, so
You can use it again.
yeah.
There's no reason you can't.
Sure. Also, actually, I think now that there's two people who actually work for the Queen here, and it is now more relevant to the Queen, Her Majesty's service.
Okay. I think it's about 5d6.
All right.
All right, and one skeleton is going to disappear cackling as that turns into 4d6.
Oh no. I can't believe skeletons are bad.
Okay, so that gives Mr. Vaughn a result of 3 because he's using his craft, plus 1 because he's got edge. So he's got 4, and you have 2. So first you gain 2 points of magic, so you have 5 magic.
Yeah.
You take 4 stress. And hey, I'm back! And I brought a friend! Instead, Mr. Vaughn takes the painting and just kind of throws it off to the side and quickly, like, throws up a bit of paperwork just kind of over the hole in the wall, just say, "Pardon our mess," written in, like, very hastily scrawled writing.
That wasn't very brand of you.
Listen, I don't care about your brand or whatever. I'm here just to make a couple of bucks off this place. Come on.
Right now it's looking like no bucks. Less
That's
than
because we
0
haven't
bucks.
opened yet.
That is true.
But we just made an opening. I mean, that's gotta count for something.
And so while that argument is going on, Dr. Dankthistle and Milkweed.
All right. This is... I should... If the others are going to go off and try their bad ideas, at least I, Dr. Necco Dankthistle, can think of a good idea. All right. Milkweed, here's what we're going to do. We're going to convince Alex that you are one of the new animatronic exhibits, so then you... so then you are free to mess up this room and other rooms with spooky stuff and maybe more vomit, but we'll try to control that a little bit. So
I think I'm out. The vomit.
Oh, that good. Anyway,
No, it's throwing up is so good. I'm sad I can't do it.
okay. Well, so what I need you to. This is already great material. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to try to make you look and act as animatronic as possible, and then
You're right. We should make a paper mache vampire out of the paper that they keep throwing over the wall. That'll show them. Also, it'll let me chew paper.
I think I just gonna start like outfitting Milkweed with an outfit.
All right, so you two are creating a paper mache vampire.
No, it's Milkweed. Milkweed is the thing.
Yeah,
You are the
Milkweed
paper
is
mache
the base.
vampire. Yeah, you're the base.
I am the. It's my tiny head
You
on
keep-
top with the vampire makeup.
Is this a new New costume?
You keep
We're building a costume.
you keep
More like a
eating
robot.
eating the paper, or like chewing on the paper, and then that becomes the
Yeah.
paper mache.
Yes.
Anyway.
That's exactly how that works.
Anyway.
You do successfully create a kind of paper mache look for Milkweed and Milkweed's current vampire makeup.
So now I need you to act as much like an animatronic exhibit as possible. And I push him toward Alex because I think we're small, right? So I can't like go up to Alex and be like, "Hi, I am this person who owns this animatronic machine, and I'm going to go install it."
Well, you can, but it will be very, very difficult.
Yeah, so I think it would be better if we just like Pinky in the Brained this and like took our paper mache robot body and just walked up.
Wait, you mean I should stand on your shoulders then?
Yeah, we're both in it. We're both in it.
Okay,
I'm controlling the
excellent.
legs.
Okay.
Okay, you're the.
I'll fund the head.
So this
You're the head 'cause
2-foot
you're
vampire paper mache exhibit walks up to Alex, who is currently half in an argument still with Whitney. You bump into Alex's leg.
With two Whitneys.
And I say from inside so that it's muffled with a nice little like TTS or text to speech sounding thing of like additional setup required. Additional setup required.
I gradually go blah.
Please return to charging station. Please return to charging station.
All right, so you were doing some sweet tricks. Give me
Yes.
either a craft or focus roll.
I'm doing craft, which is 4, and then I want to tag schemer, obviously, and also creepy because we're trying to be a scary thing.
I definitely want to help. Also, you should spend magic. I'm pretty sure you can like spend 1 magic to like add a die, right?
Yeah, you can spend 1 point of magic to get 1 die.
Okay, so then that's 3. And then with Milkweed helping, that's 4. And then I think I could tag the subtle quirk of my robe and wizard hat to bring some subtlety to the performance, really get those details correct.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5.
Okay.
Can we add creature of the night from mine, or do I?
No,
Does
you
mine count for helping? I'm helping. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm rolling. 3 successes.
All right, so with a result of 4, you successfully inflict 4 stress upon Alex, who just kind of looks down and sees this. There's this robot thing, and there's this fairy who's prattling on about a painting or something, and additional set. So Alex kind of picks up this papier-mâché 2-foot vampire made of 2 fairies, and just kind of like looks for an instruction manual on it to tell her how this is supposed to get set up. Where does she have to put this? What's going on with this? And eventually she just says, chuck it in the vampire room. So the pair of you are set up in the long gallery. Alex Harrynorth just kind of puts you down next to an electrical outlet. Tries to see if there's like a socket for you to be plugged into. But you just keep going, blah! So I guess it works. Stay here. Good job.
Battery operated. That's all.
You have successfully become an animatronic exhibit.
Haha, yes. My plans always work.
5 votes for the team.
Brilliantly executed, Milkweed.
I'm gonna look around.
And so you find yourself in the long gallery, which is quite literally a long gallery. Portraits of aristocratic vampires. That's got a plush red carpet in the middle, and usually visitors are ushered through it and told the gory history of vampirism by the Countess and the Countess's handmaiden. Currently, the two actors playing the parts are sitting in costume, waiting for the attraction to actually open. The Countess is kind of pacing back and forth, reciting her lines, and the handmaiden is sitting on the floor, and he's trying to do cool coin tricks. He's not really succeeding, but he's trying.
Ah, now here's a place where my portrait really belongs.
This place is entirely too clean.
Yes, agreed. You know, if we don't have any portraits of the Fairy Queen, perhaps we could simply draw some on top of these existing portraits.
I don't know. That probably won't work, but it'll be fine.
That kind of thinking won't get us anywhere, Milkweed. Now, I get out the back of the costume. I say, now, go distract those actors while I transcribe my beautiful artwork onto this image.
Alright, sounds like I'm going to distract some actors. So one of them's doing coin tricks?
Yes. Andrew Rice is just kind of trying to make a coin dance along his knuckles.
Oh, excellent. Money is filthy, and I love it. I wanna eat it. I wanna get its coin. Or maybe just taste it. That'll distract it.
Alright, so what are you doing?
That's a good question. I guess I could ask him if I could taste the coin.
Okay. So you want to waddle up?
Yeah, let's waddle up to him. I still have the paper mache body on me, more or less. So, hello, vampire to vampire. I must say, your coin, it looks very tasty. Could I taste it? Just a little? Maybe a little bite.
That's a rather peculiar request, don't you think?
No, I rarely think.
Andrew just kind of pauses and looks at you. What an incredibly interesting answer!
Yes, excellent. While they're distracted, I, Dr. Necco Dankthistle, will take my Jigglypuff brand Sharpie marker and start to make these features look more like the Fairy Queen.
Alright, so Dr. Necco Dankthistle successfully vandalized one painting as this conversation goes on.
It's beautiful art. Looks just like her.
You know, that money there, it's probably touched, thousands and thousands of disgusting human hands, you know. No one washes them. Ever. No one washes money. Did you know that?
But what about money laundering?
Urban legend.
Alright, so give me a contest to convince Andrew Rice to depart with his coin.
Oh boy.
You could eat this delicious coin.
I'm going with Grace.
Okay.
No, that is the absolute worst idea for me. I'm gonna tag my Quirks silver lining because silver is money, like pocket money.
Sure.
Simple. Spending one of my points of magic for sure. That. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to tag, so it's down to me like 3.
Yep.
What do you think? And I need a 1. It's fine. It's all fine. No problem.
Alright, so first you get 2 magic.
Beautiful. After the 1 I spent.
Hey buddy, we're here, it's the skeleton duo, jamming on my guitar. However, since neither of you succeeded particularly well, Andrew actually just, kind of flips a coin to you, and takes out another one and starts fiddling with that one.
Oh.
So you now have a dime that you can eat.
Fine. I'm definitely eating that. Hell yes.
Meanwhile, in the manager's office.
So chewy.
Can Whitney see the cage full of owls?
Yes.
From
Or
there,
you can always hear it.
Whitney is horrified that they would enslave such beautiful animals, and her goal from now on is going to be to free them. She has not worked out the kinks yet. But I think she's going to fly up to Leopold Vaughn and confront him about enslaving owls.
Okay, so you fly up to him?
Mm-hmm. Does my future self disappear eventually?
Your future self is around for as long as you roleplay them being around.
My future self is not here anymore, but will come back.
Whitney fades away.
Whitney forgot about the painting.
Oh no,
when
the
she
painting
saw the
didn't
owls.
cause a time paradox. I'm really sorry if I accidentally wiped out your future self.
I don't think so. I think my future self is just gone somewhere else.
Okay, good.
Sir, but are you the manager here?
No, I'm the owner and proprietor.
What's the difference?
Well, I get all the money and don't do any of the work. You really must know.
Are you... Did you enslave owls? What is this?
First of all, you
capture
can't
these-
enslave an owl. That doesn't make any sense.
They're in cages.
Well,
They should be free in the wild.
they're not my owls.
Well, why
I
are
don't
you
want any
keeping them
owls
there?
in this place.
Well, why don't you let them go then?
I believe... Hang on a second. He rummages through the paperwork and holds out. I believe I sent Mix Haig a memo to get rid of the stupid owls 2 weeks ago. So
You don't.
I
want
did
them?
everything I could.
I'll get rid of them for you. I'll let them go. I'll bring them to nature, outside.
Yeah,
How about they fly around
sure,
the
whatever.
haunted mansion, though?
Shh.
Whatever, go nuts. I don't care. They're not my stupid birds.
Do you have the key to the cage?
Why would I have the key?
So the key. You don't know where the key is?
Of course I have an idea. I mean, Mix Haig probably has it. It's their cage and their owls.
Who did you say?
Mix Haig, the individual sitting across from me.
Okay, she's gonna go see them and ask
hello?
her.
Can you...
Hi.
I'm a bit busy. Please, this place has to open in a few minutes. Please, can you just leave me alone?
No.
Okay, what is it? Sorry about that.
You have owls in cages. I cannot abide with the enslavement of these beautiful animals.
Well,
We
I
have to get
can't leave
out.
them at home, legally speaking, then they would be unguarded. Do you know what could happen to these owls? They've imprinted on me. They're not ready for the wild. Are you asking that I send these poor birds out to die?
Owls are not domestic animals.
Not usually. But sometimes an animal is raised in such a condition that it is no longer eligible to return to the wild, or it will be killed.
I see. I understand your concerns, but the Fairy Queen gives you her absolute guarantee that these owls will thrive in the wild. They will have the fairies' protection.
Yes, or they could stay here and they'll have my protection, and I can count on that.
That is absolutely unacceptable, sir.
Alright, so I'm gonna ask for a contest. About owls.
Do I? I don't see any kind of key that he could have to the cage.
When you mentioned like opening the cage, you see mache kind of move one hand towards one of their pockets. Like kind of subconsciously checking which way I have the key. Yeah, I've got the key.
Okay. Let me think about this. I'm quick like a bunny. I was thinking I could try to get the key from him real fast.
Alright, you're gonna try and steal the key?
Yeah, and I'm gonna also tap show off.
So you do like a stylish theft of the key?
It's pretty stylish to release a bunch of owls from a cage at once.
It's like a heist movie, only very small.
So, okay, how about this? This is actually future or past Whitney talking to him like distracting him. Regular Whitney in her bunny costume is very quickly
Okay.
going into sneaking into his pocket and stealing the key.
Alright, so yes, you can tag 2 costume quirks. One that you're wearing, one that you're not wearing.
So I think past Whitney is wearing the white grease paint also, and she's very expressive, and because of that, she's very distracting.
Okay, so you got 4. Do you want to spend a magic to get another dice?
Yes, I will spend my 1 magic.
Well, everyone starts with 3, so.
Oh, I didn't know that, sorry. I will spend 1 magic. And I don't know what I'm rolling against.
So that's
what's that? Is that grace
5
or
dice
shine or
against, we'll say grace.
grace? All right.
Alright, so you regain 1 magic.
Okay.
And I gain 1 skeleton. You inflict 4 stress against poor McHay.
We really don't deserve this. We're trying so hard.
Just want to run a haunted house.
They're just trying to do all the work.
Yeah, what's their stress limit? Is it actually 10?
Isn't it 10 for everyone?
Yeah.
Not stated otherwise.
No,
Well,
Oh, it's
everybody
not.
has a stated one, so.
Okay.
Right, I mean that's for us, I think.
yeah.
Okay.
So you do manage to snag the key out of McHaig's pocket. But as you fly towards the owl enclosure, McHaig kind of like takes out a little whistle and blows on it, and as soon as you open the first of the little rooms, a snowy owl comes out, and you're gonna have to do a Moxie contest
Oh,
as it
boy.
tries to grab you.
Of course. I have 1 Moxie. I'm quick like a bunny
Uh-huh.
still, so that'll help me get out. I hate to do this all the time, but can I tap show off?
Yeah, sure.
So that's
This
3.
game is about using your quirks. It's fine.
Okay. And past Whitney with her expressive costume is going to try to scare the owl
Oh no!
away.
Yeah, the old scare trick.
Or no, she has kind of creepy. That would make more sense. So
Alright.
kind of creepy. So that's 4 d6.
Yep, and as always, you can spend magic to get 1 dice if you want.
I will spend magic. That's 5d6.
All right. You're going against Moxie?
Yeah, Moxie. I have one Moxie.
Oh, deal. So, first you get a magic back.
Okay, I've not lost a magic.
And I get a skeleton back.
Oh boy.
However, Whitney currently is grasped within the talons of the owl. And since owls have the strongest grip of all the raptors, and this is the snowy owl, which, as we all know, is one of the largest, heaviest species of owl, and is in fact the official provincial bird of Quebec. That's an owl fact for you.
Owl fact.
They grab you in your talons. I will spend another Moxie, or another trouble, so that Whitney is stressed out, or at least put on break, as Whitney is grabbed within the talons of the owl.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That means I discard my costume.
So you discard your currently worn one, but you will be on break, so you'll be able to scratch for a new one.
Okay. Can I just... Okay.
Hot chocolate. There's an owl. It grabbed your friend.
That's bad.
The painting is off in the corner. This isn't going well at all.
Can I throw the painting at the owl?
You can throw anything at anyone. Yes. You want to throw that painting at the owl, you can do that.
What weighs more, the painting or Leopold Vaughn?
I'm gonna... let me take out a quick pocket calculator. It says the dude.
Alright.
God, this is... I hope those other two aren't getting into too much trouble over there.
No, I have some ideas, but I'll wait my turn.
Alright, so... I think I'll be using my Daredevil quirk for this one.
Okay.
Let's see here. Do the owls have any quirks? Ah, yes, I see. Avian Predator,
However, this contest is going to be against Leopold, because the main thing that's going to be in your way here is picking up a man and throwing him. Once you are throwing a full man, it's probably going to hit an owl.
Oh my god.
If your gun shoots very large bullets, it will hit things.
Well, there's a laziness's fill-in later, which means probably not like tensed up or anything or ready to resist being thrown.
Yeah, he definitely is not on his... You know, his day-to-day is not like, ooh, better watch out for someone throwing me. I'm feeling that throw.
I thought you said laziness is failing later, and then I looked at the character sheet, and that's not what it says.
Also, how do you use magic again?
You just say, I'm spending a point of magic to add a die. There's also, you can spend 3 points of magic to do wishful thinking, which is more elaborate, but it's, you basically get to do a test, and if you succeed, a thing happens that you're like, man, wouldn't it be great if this happened?
I think I'd like to do that. 3 points for wishful thinking.
Alright, so what are you wishfully thinking about? What is that thing that, you know, oh, it'd be really neat if this just happened?
I mean,
out of coincidence.
Switch, Leopold perhaps, drops the, trying to think of what the term is. Not like the deed, but like the, their info that'll let us just like, let us pretend we're in charge.
Ah, all the official paperwork.
Yes, his bundle of paperwork
is,
or seal or whatever.
This is his licensed house, and he is allowed to use it, and etc., etc., etc. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got that envelope. He's holding it and waving it around because he wants to impress everybody about how he's a big shot.
Oh, perfect. It'd be great if he just happened to drop that on his way
It's
to
so
the gallows.
great! Oh, wouldn't that be great? So test a facet in the usual way and see if, ooh, wonder if that happens. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Is that working?
I put on some creepy haunted house music, but this isn't really fitting the mood, so I'm gonna try some different music. Folks at home can let me know how it works.
But yeah, how do you test it? Pass.
So you choose the facet that you're going to test, then you tag any personal quirks that you think work, any costume quirks that you think work, and any location quirks you think work.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll do a Moxie test.
I think you can definitely, in this case, tag paperwork from the manager's office.
Yeah, I'll be doing that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, and then so this is the thing I tag like testing laziness is filling later on into.
No, because this isn't a contest. This is just a regular test.
So. Oh, okay, so this is just for me. Okay.
Yeah.
And then me. Well, Daredevil again.
Okay, so we'll tag Daredevil again, and you can also tag your costume if there's anything that you think fits with you.
I think this counts as fey imperialism.
Yeah.
Appropriating this property.
Alright, 4d6 against your Moxie. That is a success!
I got it.
So Leopold Vaughn does in fact drop. You are able to grab it, and what do you do? Are you gonna book it and start?
Well, let's see. I mean, I'm sure it's gotten the other owls riled up, so it's best I just, I'm just gonna jump through the hole that's covered with paperwork.
Later, nerds.
And then I'm gonna try and get myself on over to the long gallery to show the doc that we're in charge now.
All right. So
I'm likely loudly drawing attention to the doctor and what's going on over there, but should be okay.
So what's been going on in the long gallery before hot chocolate bursts in?
This time is delicious.
Thank you. Yes, it's
Not often you have a good meal on someone else's dime.
Oh my god!
That's very clever. Do you mind if I write that down? That's very, very charming. What's your name?
Count.
Blood.
Blood.
Count Blood?
Yeah.
From
I love blood.
Liechtenstein?
Of the Northampton Bloods.
Oh, of the Northampton Bloods. Oh, we've been meaning to meet up with them. So nice to finally meet a member. You're much shorter than I'd expected.
And you're much richer than I expected.
Well, yes, I do have 2 dimes. Which for a writer is quite impressive.
Oh no. Deep cuts on the street.
Real.
And then Andrew kind of spins around and faces the camera. Hey guys, let me talk to you about art subsidies and the importance of them.
Let me talk to you about wishful thinking if we're ready for that.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. My idea is that I've been reading the inside of the paper mache of my fake body here, and have noticed that the haunted house was built on top of a sinkhole that is ready to erupt at any minute, breaking the floor of the room that I am standing in and filling it with bats who live in the sewers. And
So, yep.
filth also sprays everywhere. That's the basic idea.
Checks out to me. That sounds like a logical thing.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna spend my 3 magic. Hehe. And the appropriate $30 that go along with it.
Give me a cool $30.
Okay, so I definitely want to tag Vulgar because this is completely disgusting. For location, I'm tagging the red carpet because the red carpet will roll out when this is done. My costume's creature of the night is covered by the bats that definitely live in the sewers who are ready to spray forth into this very room.
I like it.
What else?
That's your 3 sources, unless you somehow develop a temporary quirk.
Nope, that sounds good to me. So, what's that, 4 or 3?
4.
Okay. Oop, against Shine, I guess I should have said.
Yeah,
Which is 4,
I
because this is just a preposterous coincidence that I don't understand, and I'm just sitting here reading the, like... But anyway. There we have it.
So as Andrew goes to kind of turn to the camera, there's a slight rumbling and a buckling. Everybody looks very confused for a moment. Then a massive hole just starts opening up in the center of the room.
Oh my god.
Looks like this place was built on a sinkhole. That's also a bat colony.
What an odd twist of fate! Who could have expected that? I certainly didn't! Now even the Countess has realized, or Cheryl Bloom, who is playing the part of the Countess, has taken notice. Oh no, what's going on? This is going to completely ruin my performance!
Lean into it. Bats everywhere.
Alright, so, Dr. Necco, what have you been doing right before this sinkhole explodes?
So I was in the middle of creating some great art, but as soon as the sinkhole explodes, I gotta get out of here. But I can't go back to this other room. So I think being a goblin, I wanna like crawl along the ceiling so that I can get over the sinkhole.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
Get like over here to peep into this room.
So that is the Antiquities room. It's filled with various riches that are all incredibly fake. Sitting in the center near a cheap knockoff sarcophagus is the gentleman playing the part of the mummy, Professor Paul Peters, who is reading a book on corpse storage.
I see. I see that one of the things I could do in this room is set up a series of elaborate traps for anyone who enters this room, which would be very creepy and very on brand. Now, if only I could do it silently so Professor Paul will not notice as I set up these tiny traps all over the room. Let's see. Yes. I think I could use all of my stuff to do this. So I wanna sneak around silently, and I wanna set up a bunch of traps. So that's definitely schemer and agility, of course, my power, and of course I can also use my keen senses to get the timing of the tripwire that causes all of these clay pots to launch off of their display and directly at the person as they walk through the door.
Oh no!
It's very scary, haunted by a real ghost. Definitely
incredibly scary.
If somebody touches this sacrificial looking dagger and pulls it out of its holster, just gonna put some blood packs in there, some ketchup maybe.
Both. So
it starts bleeding. We're gonna go all around and set up and make it. Oh well, when you open this treasure chest, oh man, just a flower, just explosion of flour right in your face. It's genius, really.
Okay, give me a crafty test to set up these
and
crafty
then-
traps.
Oh, and then of course I can tag subtle again. So that's 4. Yes. All right. And for craft, my craft is 4. So let's do that. See what happens. I think that's 2.
That is a success.
No
You
sixes.
do successfully.
No 6s for.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have. Yeah. I realized I should have used magic, but I guess it worked out okay.
Guess in the end, the real magic was this pot that I'm gonna throw at your head, idiot.
What else?
So you have
There's a joy buzzer. There's a joy buzzer on inside the bowl full of peeled grapes that are supposed to be eyeballs.
Yes, in the antiquities room.
Who's
These
the
ancient
haunted
grapes.
house?
Anyway, yes, you do successfully begin setting up the traps. You have completed phase 1 of your trap setting up. We will come back to you in a bit
Okay, haha, this is
and
a
see how
brilliant
you
plan.
finish that up.
See, I don't need the others to help me. I can do this. They should have just sent me by myself. I'm the best.
You are. Anyways, Mac has successfully ushered the snowy owl back into its cage. And Whitney, you are now inside an owl cage. A bunch of owls.
Oh no. Do I still have like I was on break.
Yes.
So
Would you like to have scrounged for a costume?
yeah, that means I also lose my stress, right?
Yes, you are stress free. Way to be.
Okay.
That's free in a cage of owls.
So
I'm
let me
not-
deal you a new costume from my deck of
Okay.
costumes. Deal one lovely card to Whitney. Now you can choose to put a card on.
I may choose to what?
Now you choose which costume to put on.
Right. Okay. This is not a useful costume to me. I'm gonna put on the white grease paint, but I'm not gonna use the power quite yet. The first thing Whitney wants to do is get out of here.
That makes sense that you wouldn't just be like, no, I'm gonna live here now. Now I am an
because-
owl.
She's very uncomfortable with all these owls, and she would like to wish all the cages to open.
Alright, so Whitney, you're gonna try and desperately wish that all these lock mechanisms will break before these owls decide you are a delicious, tasty treat.
Yeah, I'm gonna type show off because that's pretty impressive. I'd like to type kind of creepy because the cage is opening all at the same time.
And that's like a
pretty creepy.
ghost.
Yeah.
Creepy as heck.
So that's 2.
And you could probably tap owl enclosure.
Yeah.
I think that might be relevant to the current
So
situation.
that's 3d6. I will probably use a point of magic.
Alright, so that's gonna cost you a total of 4 magic, and it's gonna be 4d6, or 5d6.
5d6. Okay, I'm using all my magic. And I'm rolling against the.
Facet of your choice.
Oh, it doesn't have to be shine,
No, it doesn't have to be.
but it's gonna be
Depends
graceful.
on. Yeah. And this is a big ostentatious kind of thing. I think
Yeah.
this is pretty graceful. That's what grace is all about.
Is that a good roll?
It depends on how many owls you want loose.
Well,
Because all them owls are loose.
can I explain what just happened?
Yes, you can.
6 different Whitneys from different times of the day just showed up and opened all the cages, and then disappeared. They didn't stay for long.
Can I have a question about that? And all of the Whitneys high five.
Yeah, of course.
You have released a bunch of owls all over the place. Leopold Vaughn is freaking out because the owls him.
They probably got out of the room because there's a big hole in it.
At least a couple did. Matt Haig is really worried about their owls. They're saying, no, they're gonna get hurt. They're gonna get hurt.
I think Whitney's gonna get out of here.
Good call.
Leave. Just leave the mansion for now. Like, she'll be back soon.
All right, so that's another shenanigan down. That's another.
I have a very specific question.
Yes.
The white grease paint, the power, allows me to mimic another character. Does it have to be a character in the mansion, or can I make one up?
It has to be an extant character.
Okay.
Anyways, Hot Chocolate. You come rushing in, you've got your paperwork. Just in time to see this sinkhole explode as Dr. Necco goes to trap another room. You and Milkweed Butterscotch are standing in this bat-filled sinkhole room. Carol Bloom is like swatting at bats who are trying to get into her giant wig. Andrew seems to be pretty cool with the bats. He's got them like flying around him. He's like, yeah, it's nice. What do you do?
All right.
You got that sweet paperwork. You're in charge. Well, you have to forge some names, but you'd be in charge.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna start trying to make the rounds and get some signatures for. All right, so I've already so Milkweed, yo.
I'm Milkweed. Welcome to my Hall of Bats.
All right, so I got these papers saying that we're the boss now. I already signed my name. It says right there, winner on line 1. You need to sign under that and put your name on it so you can also be the boss.
Can I add that it says loser next to mine? I think that would be more accurate.
Doesn't seem right.
Well,
You got a winner's heart.
all right. I'll pencil my name in. I can't read or write though, so
It's an X.
I just sort of make a scribble.
Okay, so that's an X for winner, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's an X for bats.
Perfect.
How
Do you want any of the bats to sign?
I think they already have. Did you know that bats poop almost constantly? They're permanently incontinent. I know facts. I swear none of them are wrong.
This is a really educational stream.
Learning about owls and bats.
All right, that was a lot of information, so I couldn't perceive it happening to my mind, but I'm gonna have to go and get another signature. Do you know where anyone else is that's not being attacked by owls?
You know, I think they wandered into the sewer.
The
I'm pretty
owls
sure
are
I
in the
saw...
sewer?
No, Dr. Necco. I'm pretty sure I saw them go into the opening
All right, I'm
sewer.
on my way.
where it's filthy. I'll follow you.
I'm
So
sure
the
nothing
sinkhole.
could go wrong there.
What's the sewer like?
That's a good question. The
Can't
sewer
miss it.
is it's kind of an extension of the long gallery in that it also has the temporary quirk of full of garbage and bats.
Yes.
Got him.
I'm so completely satisfied.
So most of what the sewer is, it's very dark and it's kind of old piping for this manor that's very outdated. So a lot of it's a lot larger than it needs to be. So a fairy could easily fly through and use this sewer to basically get around to any room they wanted to.
All right, so where's the dock? I don't see the dock anywhere.
Well, it is dark.
No dock.
Yeah, that's what I said. Are you from Boston?
Yes,
Mr.
I am the boss.
Northampton of the Northampton Bloodbloods. I learned about them earlier today. Let's pick this one. I'm going to presume that there are exactly 6 pipes around.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I'm going to roll a d6 to figure out which one I recommend.
Absolutely.
Which one I point at to recommend. So I point at number 2. I guess she went that way.
All right. Let's
Wherever
check it
that
out.
way leads.
A lot
All
of
right.
bats around here.
Tell me, the two of you, which one is pipe number 2? To where does it lead?
Oh, I was letting you choose. I'm gonna say it goes over here.
To the
Yeah,
gift
that's
shop.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Excellent. So you bust out of a little water fountain, I'm gonna say, and you end up in the most important part of a haunted house is the gift shop. So it's full of cheap memorabilia that's potentially related to the actual manor itself. Tacky jewelry, mugs, shirts that don't really fit, picture books with flip tabs that fall off, all that good stuff. A cheerful attendant is kind of sitting around waiting for the rush to arrive.
I'm also gonna use my quick change to swap costumes.
A witch emerges. So Mr. Tex Handsome is just kind of cheerily polishing off a mug. He kind of sees you break out of the water fountain. He just kind of looks at you for a moment and goes, "How you doing, folks? Name's Tex Handsome. Nice to see you. First time at the house?"
Yeah. Which is strange because, and I produced the document, we're in charge.
Well, let me get my old reading glasses out and give that a look-see. You are hot chocolate winner, I presume?
That's right.
Well, good evening, sir. Good evening. I'm terribly sorry I couldn't give you a better introduction, but you came in through the water fountain and I didn't really know you were coming, so I couldn't get anything set up. Hope you find everything to your liking. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna...
The water was entirely too clean.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Can I see that paperwork again? Yes, thank you. Mr. Butterscotch, I will do... Hang on a second. I have some terribly unclean water behind the counter. It's completely unfit for sale. He walks back and he produces...
I dive into it. I don't even wait. I'll crawl into it.
He pours a bunch of expired beverages into a little bowl for you.
Yes. I'm going to take a break here in the beverages and change my costume.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
I'm just going to, take a timeout for that. And I hate to be a baby about this, but how do we remove costumes and physically into software here?
If you right-click on a costume, you'll see a take card if you want to take one out.
Okay.
And it'll put it back into your hand, and then you can...
Oh, I see. Oh, that's my hand.
Yes.
Yes. Excellent. Yeah. Aha! That sort of worked. Perfect. That's what I'll be changing into during my break.
Ooh, nice. So, Hot Chocolate, are you also going on break, or...?
No.
Okay. So, Tex kind of sits up at the bowl and looks back at you. Mr. Chocolate? Or Ocklett? I'm sorry, terribly sorry, I got a bit of a lisp.
Mr. Winner's fine. Also boss winner. King winner. Winner.
Sure thing, boss king, winner, but king.
So first order of business, prices.
Yes,
too
sir.
high.
Of course, sir, of course. What are you thinking?
I was thinking less than one cent would be good. Probably free. just this tacky stuff that you gotta pay for is just really off-brand for what Fairy Queen wants. Fairy Queen, you only pay for good things. You only pay for the best.
All right, so you want all these tags changed, I suppose, to free, 100% off sale kind of thing.
Yeah, 100% off sale. That sounds good.
Well, let me take a look at that paperwork again. Yeah, you are the boss, so yes, sir, right away. Tex gets out his price gun.
He's gonna do some fast price gun shooting.
Listen, this guy kind of stands in the middle of the gift shop, his legs wide apart, his hands doing the same, his fingers kind of limbering up as he holds them by his price gun that's sitting at his hip. And 3 seconds later, everything is free.
Brilliant. It's good work.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
Also, where'd you learn to do that?
Well, one day I'll tell you. One day I'll tell you.
I don't make plans. So if I happen to bump into you again, I might actually, maybe why not tell me now? Probably because you got a dark secret and you're in a professional environment. I know how it goes.
Well, actually, it's more just that, it's a very long story, and we are constrained for time. So maybe if we, reach the donation goal and hit the bonus hour, I'll talk about it then.
Oh my goodness. The donation link is in the channel description, folks. Thank you so much for helping us reach our goal.
That's a personal thanks from me, Tex Handsome.
Do it for Tex.
For no one else.
That is how all Americans talk, by the way. We all talk like this.
Yes.
Alright, so let's go to Whitney.
Yes. Whitney is gonna use the power of her costume to impersonate mache.
Alright, well, first, I believe that costs some magic, doesn't it?
Oh, shoot, it does. I can't do that. I don't have any magic anymore.
You are no longer a wizard.
I did not think this through. I think Whitney for now is going to open as many doors as she can just so that the owls can get out.
A barn owl, which is not technically a member of the true owl family, but rather the barn owl family, owl fact, flies out. The other ones are nesting cozily by the door. They're alright for now.
And I think she's gonna go, like, counterclockwise around the mansion, just opening doors.
Alright, so, you breeze into the gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
You see Hotch, Ocklett with the paperwork. You see Milkweed swimming and eating garbage liquid.
I think Whitney's just gonna ignore them and fly past.
I dab at Whitney.
She dabs back.
Alright, you enter into followed by an owl, you enter into the grand hall.
Why do I have a little crossbone and skull in my pog?
I don't know.
Okay. What's in that hall? I don't think anyone's gone here yet.
No, so this is the kind of high-ceilinged hall with a perilous chandelier where all the lights have long been snuffed out. There's 2 gilded chairs sitting on a dais where somebody might have once watched courtiers dance or assemble. There actually is, this manor was chosen specifically due to a rumor that this hall is actually super haunted, but everyone knows ghosts are fake and that's not real. Right now, the actors who are playing the parts of the ghost of Lord and Lady Witherby are getting ready to put on their makeup. They're just kind of sitting there. Jack Crumb is kind of flipping through a magazine before he gets ready, and Janice Crumb Witherby is getting everything kind of set up for herself so that you can put on all the necessary paints and dyes you need to make yourself look like a ghost. He all flies in.
Does it distress them?
Janice kind of picks up a makeup brush and throws it at the owl. She misses, and the owl just kind of looks at her. And Jack kind of goes like,
"Oh God, no! You're gonna get cursed if you do that."
What? Hello there. We didn't see you come in.
Hi. What you doing?
Oh, I'm just reading this this month's edition of Posh Gentleman Monthly. Jack Crumb, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Whitney.
What a charming name. There is my my wife Janice. She's in a bit of a mood. As she is most
why
days.
is that?
Oh, just because she's a generally unpleasant human being.
That's no way to talk about your wife. Is your marriage going okay?
Oh my God.
Oh, certainly not. It's going terribly.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Tell me all about it.
Well, it was one of those things, you know, marrying for reasons other than actually caring about each other, and then finding that instead of just finding each other slightly obnoxious but palatable, you actively despise the other person.
Oh no, did your parents force you to get married?
Something like that.
Oh, that's terrible. You should just go on your own. You shouldn't let society dictate your life.
I suppose, but I mean, you know how habits can be. Eventually, you just kind of keep going. And you figure, well, it's better than dying alone.
That sounds extremely unhealthy. Isn't there someone else in your life you could live with?
So Jack kind of just goes completely scarlet at this and is like, well, I think that's a rather private question, I think. I don't even know who you are.
Well, this is an important matter. You seem very unhappy. Look, I'm just here to help.
Who exactly are you that you are here to... I don't recall ordering a takeaway marriage counselor.
I am Whitney Carnation.
Yes, oh, is that supposed to mean something? Are you like a preeminent marriage counselor? You're like Johnny Appleseed for divorces.
I'm the fairy of happiness, and I can tell when someone is not happy.
What gave it away?
Yes, well, good show on that one. Top marks. If you have a comment card, I shall make sure to recommend your ability to detect that quite highly. Do you have a comment card?
I don't have a card.
I mean, you could.
Whitney from the future gives him a card she made later.
Very
Oh,
good.
yeah. Yes, thank you.
It has a
Here
lot
you
of
go.
flour. It even has like a mention of a diploma, and she really wants to convince him to tell him what's going on.
Okay, so give me a contest to convince him of your credentials, your bona fides.
Let me look at my costumes.
This is great.
Future Whitney is wearing the school uniform with the studious quirk. She's very, very serious about this, very professional.
Okay. I like it.
And current Whitney, with her expressive costume, really wants to convince him to make him comfortable, make him trust her.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tap show off.
Okay.
Is there any quirk in the room I can use? Which room is this?
It is the Grand Hall.
Grand Hall. Absurdly ornate. I don't know if I can use any of this.
I don't think so.
Nah.
You can also try and tag his quirks against him to reduce his dice.
Well, unrequited love. Obviously, there's something like that.
Well,
and
I
that's
mean,
making...
I don't know how you're going to justify that. That seems pretty obtuse to me. Okay, so he gets -1 die.
It's obviously making him unhappy.
So roll 46.
Against my grace.
No. You got a 1, so against anything will definitely succeed him.
Whoops,
So-
I clicked away from the page.
So for NPCs, to pull back the curtain a bit and tell people how NPC dice work, it's basically you pick a number between 1 and 3 depending on how good they are at the subject. And convincing himself that he wants to be married to his wife is not a thing Jack Crumb is good at. So he gets 1 die. But you took away 1 die, so he gets 0. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
Oh, look, he did not succeed.
Can't believe
free
that.
stress. So he kind of takes the Oh, I see. Certified by the University of Very Real and Incredibly Existent Happiness. That's quite professional. I think I've heard of that in a nice issue of Hotch Gentleman Monthly.
My God.
That's most impressive. One can't be rushing into these things like off on a hair trigger. It takes time, and one can't just elope in the middle of the night and get on a motorcycle and drive down the highway and never look back and just go and feel the wind really flying through your hair for the first time. One can't do that.
Why not? Why are you letting yourself be restricted by the social inconveniences of your life? You can be whatever you want.
But yes, I suppose, but running away with another person is not a matter that one embarks on solely.
Another person, you
cannot
say?
unilaterally decide that.
Do you mean you have already another person in your heart?
Both Whitneys say that at the same time.
Of course, everything Whitneys are saying are at the same time, unless stated otherwise.
Well, yes, if you simply must pry and pry and pry, yes, I do.
Who is it?
You've seen the gentleman who runs the gift shop.
Oh, yes, the very handsome gentleman.
Yes, he's incredibly handsome.
Oh my God.
You should tell him how you feel.
Jack Crumb kind of like is twisting his magazine very nervously. He's like, I wouldn't know what to say. If I tried, I would just probably end up going I.
But you call yourself an actor?
No, I don't. I only do this because we're hard up for money.
Oh, honey. It's okay, you just need to be honest with him. And if he rejects you, that's fine. Then you'll know that it was not meant to be, but you can't let this just haunt you the rest of your life.
Alright, I'm gonna ask for one more test out of Whitney.
Can I just tap everything I already tapped?
Yeah, do it again.
So just, it was 4d6?
Yep.
Wait, aren't I subtracting a die from him because of unrequited love?
Yes.
So isn't he a 0?
No, because this time you're just trying to get him to get away from... He's very good at convincing him to live the status quo.
Okay, that's fair.
The argument has changed slightly.
Okay, so, that's 4d6.
Yep. So, first,
Oh yeah,
you
magic.
regain a point of magic. I regain a skeleton? And Jack Crumb kind of looks at you and just goes, you know what? You know, right. Come hell or high water, I will do something! Ah! He marches
my
towards
God.
the door.
Bless y'all who are about to bear witness to this.
Let's go to Dr. Dankthistle for a second.
Okay.
You need to finish setting these traps up.
Yes. As I'm do I need to roll again?
No.
Okay, as I'm finishing setting up the traps, since this has been taking me a while, I start to really take in the character of Professor Paul Peters and really look at him and notice that is he not noticing me, or does he just not care enough to notice me?
He's enraptured by his book.
And I look at the what is the book that he's reading?
It is a historical study upon the treatment of corpses throughout history and how that has effects on the macroeconomical and macro-social level, and just analyzing how this impacts the world on the whole when we take it within the fullness of time. It's a very thick book.
It's a long title.
Ah, I see. A fellow academic. Well, as I finish setting up the traps, I look piteously on this fellow academic, and I'm like, I don't want him to make all these traps go off. So instead, I'm gonna go try to talk to him. And I'm like, yes, Professor, Dr. Necco, Dr. Necco Dankthistle, a pleasure to make your acquaintance, my colleague.
Hello, I don't believe the name is familiar to me.
Well, I am one of the most prolific Fae publishers of texts on spookology and creepification.
I don't believe those are words.
I want to convince him that they're real. That my
Very
science is
well.
real.
Give me some crap roll to bluster your way.
I'm gonna use schemer for sure.
A scheme.
I'm gonna use.
Gonna throw a fireball at his face.
I'm gonna use a magic, obviously. So, and then I'm talking about my expertise in creepology. So I'm gonna use creepy, obviously.
Well, if you're already using schemer, you can only use one personal quirk.
Okay. And then I'm going to use. Well, can I use keen senses to be able to expound upon the text that he's reading and sort of like pull in my expertise to talk about what's going on in the room?
Every time he moves a page, you can hear the letters.
Exactly.
So you obviously know the book. So yeah.
Okay. So I think that's all that I'm gonna do. So that's 3. I think magic, schemer, and keen senses.
Okay.
Hey, I get a magic point back.
You do. And you beat his 1.
Nice.
So he will take the dust in stress.
And I
will kind of look at you. Oh, I see. I must have missed that part of the faculties. I'm afraid I'm rather specialized in my area of expertise.
Now, you see, my good man, it seems apparent to me that your talents are wasted on such a place as this. The Fae University, where what does Necco think this will actually do? I think she's like a part-time, like something. Like they like kind of tolerate her. But she's like, where I am a senior lecturer, would be happy to bring in your expertise for something for this to teach a course on such specialized knowledge.
Yeah, well, that would of course be much better than working in this rotting old place.
Now I see. Now if you just come with me out this door, which is not trapped. If you just if you just come with me, I'll get you give you my card and get some contacts and for you to call. Just make a few quick calls.
Of course. Let's take a look at that. Suppose this room can wait until later.
All right.
So he comes with you outside.
Yay.
And so,
I usher him. Well, I was gonna exit through the gift shop, but now we're in a spot, aren't we? So we'll just head down, I guess.
Well, now something's going to happen because you see the GM has decided to spend some trouble dice.
Oh boy.
The GM has decided to
How many?
spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trouble dice.
You got it.
Oh boy.
And so if we scroll all the way off to the right, you might notice 2 unsuspicious boxes.
Oh yeah.
They're about costume sized.
I'm not suspicious
They're
at all.
very irrelevant to anything that's going on
I wonder what that's about.
until the door between the gift shop and the grand hall kind of opens up by Crumb, and there's a burst of fairy light that, you know, the various humans don't really take notice of, but you fairies do. And 2 figures appear and kind of twirl through the air. With style and beauty, we'll do our duty to spread chaos and mayhem wherever we go, to see order and goodness always brought low, to commit any plan that's petty and mean, to thwart every plan of your boring old queen, Vanderbilt guilt, weed milk, Scotch butter.
No!
King Malice arrives, the villainous too. Give up now, there's no hope for you.
Oh no.
And so Vanderbilt Guilt wearing the magical girl dress, and Weed Milk Scotch Mother, but Battle Kilt appear, and just immediately kind of Vanderbilt drapes an arm around Crumb and it just starts talking. Oh my dear man, what are you going to do? You're coming on far too strong. You must play hard to get, otherwise how else can you ever succeed in the world of love? Let me teach you a few things. And he starts kind of leading Crumb away.
No.
And Weed Milk kind of drifts over to Professor Paul Peters. Goes, hello, sir. I believe you are being erroneously misled as to the credentials of one member of some of the faith faculties. Allow me to elucidate in more compressive and more comprehensive fashions as to how you could best put your talents to use with us. And so, how do the 4 of you react to seeing these plans being thwarted by your rival Fae, who work for the king rather than the queen?
God damn it, Oberon. I'm gonna blow up the chandelier.
The best way to deal with any problem is to run away from it.
Okay, so I heard somebody blowing up a chandelier.
Yes. Yes,
That
I'm gonna
takes
spend
a lot
1
of
magic.
precedent. Okay.
I don't see what's wrong with this plan. I think it's a great plan and will definitely work.
Absolutely. Nothing bad could happen.
You know what solves a problem? Definitively? Blowing something up.
So, let's start from the start and then take it away, shall we? First, I will give you your mischief motes for blowing up the chandelier.
Thank you.
Here's your 10 lovely motes. And then, everybody within the Great Hall who is a fairy, please test Grace or Shine.
I will test Grace.
I will test Shine. Can we add things to this? I don't think so, huh?
Yeah, you can test it as usual, so yeah, anything you can add, you can add.
Oh,
Do
okay.
both Whitneys need to be tested?
Agility, obvious. Oh, I can add agility and keen senses.
You can add one of those, so keen senses.
Well, keen senses can be used as a quirk also.
Because I think agility is just a movement power, so it doesn't actually add to things.
Oh, okay.
It's just, yeah, this is how you get around. This is,
Okay.
unless you're a fairy, you don't really get a benefit off that.
I would like to add show off and on my zombie rat costume, Mindless.
Okay. How is Mindless helping you out here?
Whitney does not notice the chandelier at all, and it just goes through her, like goes through the room. Every like shattered piece of glass and metal and whatever that chandelier is made of flies around, and she notices none of it.
Okay, so that's gonna be a Shine test.
Okay. I don't really know what to do with Mindless. Well, that's fine. I'll just do a Shine test then.
Okay.
With Mindless. So that's 3d6 for me.
Sure.
Okay. And then yeah, if I just have keen senses, then that's also 3, right? 2 plus 1.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, I didn't get any successes. I have a shine of 2.
I got 1 success. I have,
Alright,
I have a Shine of 3.
Another skeleton returns to the fray, and you get 1 magic.
Yay!
Whitney. So, Evac, I believe you take... Oh, jeez. 6 stress. As you shatter the chandelier, and it comes crashing down directly on you.
That seems about what I expected to happen.
Oh, whoops.
Do I lose my
accidentally
costume?
owned myself. No, you haven't stressed out.
Oh, okay. It also, but yeah, it also.
Let's see, this is craft or... Ooh, jeez. Alright, so... Do we want to use the roll once for damage rules? It will assign 6 stress to every NPC who fails this, or do you want to roll for them individually?
Sure, yeah, max it out. If I'm taking max stress, everybody else is too.
Okay. Crumb gets hit by the chandelier.
Oh no.
I don't know who that is.
Professor Peters gets hit by the chandelier.
Everything is
Weed
terrible.
Milk gets hit by the chandelier.
That's what I wanted.
Janice gets hit by the chandelier.
Oh, jeez.
The only character who is capable of testing against this tests against it. Vanderbilt Guilt is not hit by the chandelier!
So close to the door.
So, as a result, Professor Paul Peters stresses out. Crumb's already stressed out, so Paul Peters kind of just takes your card and kind of pushes Weed Milk away. I'm sorry, I'm talking to this individual. No, wait, that's wrong voice. I'm sorry, I'm talking to this individual at the moment. Could you please wait your turn, sir? I don't even believe you have credentials to speak of. Yeah. The uneducated classes.
I'm pretty sure I ate someone's education once.
I'm gonna be like, come with me, Professor. Let's talk outside. Weed milk is so much better. Whatever you do, definitely don't go in this room. It's just why don't you go over and look at something else.
Yes.
What an odd request. I think I shall look at this room, but I shall not go through this door, for obviously this is the trapped one that the doctor was trying to trick me into. I shall go through the other door, for that one probably has no traps. So cunning am I, weed milk scotch butter. So, hot chocolate and milkweed, y'all just saw the other room blow up.
Oh, I run in, I come in, I go, it's fine, everything's fine, it's fine.
I think it's time to open this place to the public.
So that room's also worth $0 now, right?
Well, I mean, you're the boss. Rate's what you said it at.
Excellent. So this guy just appeared right here. I don't like him.
Who's guy? You don't like Vanderbilt Guild?
Nope, can't say I do.
Alright, so
Don't
what are you
like
gonna do
one of me.
against the smooth-talking jerk fairy?
Well, I'm just gonna get up aggressively in his face and start shouting at him.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
give me some shouts.
Can that just be Moxie then?
Well, obviously. If you're just gonna get up in his biz. If you were gonna distribute the business.
Let's see, what is there about it? Well, Vanderbilt. Actually, no. You know, I'm like, 'cause talking to him is just gonna involve lots of brain stuff that I don't know about and don't care about. So I think I'm just gonna turn him into a frog. And that'll make me better at talking than he is.
Dear me. Okay.
Oh.
That costs 1 magic on my part for polymorph.
Okay. And that is focus or shine test. He can't succeed at that.
Oh no.
So, describe your magics to me. Describe what this magical witch hat allows you to do, such that you turn this charming, overdramatic thing into a frog.
Well, the way I think that makes the most sense for me is clearly I need to put down the witch hat, and then put my fists by it in the shit, like where I think a frog's eyes would be,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like croak really aggressively.
All right, Vanderbilt kind of looks at you. What ridiculous thing are you?
Got him. Damn.
Really sorry you had to see that text. Wasn't
Good
very
riddance.
brand. Will not talk about it. Not going to talk about how not brand that was. What I did and what happened. Except the part where I took charge. Very brand. Talk about the part where I took charge.
Wow,
Sir,
Hotch, that was actually a good idea.
Yeah, you know, I'm like probably like as smart as like you are probably. You know,
Don't
I'm
push
up
it.
there. I'm pretty. That was,
you know,
that
me
was
and the
pretty
professor,
much
we've got to go talk outside, so I'm just gonna go.
Did you know that some species of owls will eat frogs? Owl fact.
Yikes.
What, that was Whitney saying this.
Yikes.
god! Oh my god.
This is a pretty fucked up way to die. I don't know. I thought it was mean to prank weed milk scotch butter and blow up the chandelier, but damn.
I mean, he flew into the hallway full of bats on his own, so...
Look
really...
away, Tex.
So once the owls are gone, there is a puff of fairy sparkles, and Vanderbilt guilt, both in frog and in fae form, is no longer there. But if somebody wants to swap one of their costumes for the magical girl dress, it is lying there.
Oh, I will take that.
Okay.
I have to swap my current costume?
No, you could just have to swap a costume.
Okay, I will swap the school uniform because its power does not help me at all.
Okay. Let me just give that card to you and see if this works. I'll just grab the school uniform one and toss it away. Alright, so let's go to Milkweed. Milkweed's been on break for a while.
Right. Yes, now I'm wearing the feather robe.
Nice.
It's very nice. It's covered with discards of living things, so I love it. But I do think that it is definitely time to open this place to the public. They are ready to take in this this blessed mess that we have created.
This long gallery full of bats and garbage. This grand hall that's on fire.
Yes, the ruined. Everything is ruined, and so I think that what we need is more problems. So, yes, I'm gonna go outside and welcome the public to our place. And because of the profound coincidence of a crowd of people coming to our door, I am going to use the cryptic wisdom of the feather robe to call out to the trash in people's pockets, so that all persons who collect trash and keep it with them, like if you put it in a pocket or a purse or whatever, only they will hear the compelling call of our trash house that is also haunted.
Hashtag trash house.
Yeah, I am definitely blowing my 3 magic on this.
Absolutely.
Which is to say $30. And that's pretty much the size of it. I'm gonna tag Vulgar and the Cryptic Wisdom from for me, from a costume. Is there any, like, does the just outside of the house have any location stuff to it, or am I kind of breaking a wall here?
You can tag what? You can tag, take it. Take 2 dice.
Take 2, okay. Beautiful.
We'll assume there's a location quirk that works with people
some
wanting to...
Right, the, like, location quirk of the great outdoors.
Like,
I'm tagging the outdoors with that.
There would be a lineup to go into this house anyways.
Absolutely. So. Oh, beautiful. So that's, what, 5 in all?
Yeah, sure, 5.
I'm gonna say that's 5 in all. I just can't get rid of my magic. That's
double magic, double skeletons this week only.
I toss a diamond into the river, and I find it in the fish that I eat for lunch.
Oh no! Before everybody comes in, I still have one thing I wanted to do.
Okay, they're all jammed up. It's the door. Oh, jeez, the door is stuck.
And they all have trash in their pockets.
Yeah, they're all too busy with this trash. They all love this trash too much.
I only succeeded with the 1 on that shine, by the way. That's preposterous.
It's called, that's in character.
In it to lose it.
Exactly.
That's milkweed.
All right,
Dankthistle.
All right, I'm going to tell the professor to wait one moment. There's one last thing I have to do before we head outside. And
Of course.
I want to go pick up my shitty portrait and go hang it in the long gallery.
You are definitely allowed to take that get that disgusting thing out of here.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything to get past Alex Herringsworth?
Herringsworth is already stressed out. Herringsworth has had their fill today.
Okay.
Just
I go up to the portrait that I vandalized, and I knock it off the wall, and I put my portrait that's been thrown up in the gallery. Oh, look at me. I'm so beautiful. This is truly the greatest day. This is truly the greatest achievement for Dr. Necco Dankthistle. At last, my genius finally given the respect it deserves.
What? So, wait, you hated
Just
that
pooped
portrait
on?
before.
Pooped on by bats. Just so much poop.
You hated that portrait, but suddenly it's
But now
lovely.
it's hanging in the hall, and this I don't have another portrait of myself on my person. I didn't think to bring one for this. I could have. I usually have one, you see, but this one I wanted to travel light. Anyway, now I head back out into the front.
And just before you leave, you see Weed Milk Scotch Butter standing by the door, about to open the door to the antiquities room. He looks at you and goes, "You see, Dankthistle, I was wise to your ruse. I will open this untrapped door and be completely shatter crash to the face. Oh no, he's gone." You see a sputter of fairy dust, and he is gone. But there is a battle kilt if you want it in exchange for any of your other costumes.
What does it do?
It makes you strong.
Strong? I don't need to be strong. I'm smart.
Yeah, you don't need to be full of strength. You're full of brains and magic.
Yeah, I got my schemes. Leave that kilt on the ground.
Alright, does anybody else have something they want to make sure gets done before the crowd arrives? Okay.
Come one, come all. Please
Oh,
bring
yeah,
your
that's-
garbage.
Yeah, I've got so much I love garbage! 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 For most fairies, this is what it usually sounds like when humans talk, unless you try real hard. It's just garbage.
I love listening to humans.
And they begin going through the haunted house in various groups.
Prepare to be haunted by bats as they
Oh,
fly
no.
around you and poop on you.
Bats and garbage! This room's just on fire! Hey, these gift shop prices are pretty good.
Just gonna
Free,
take
just
this.
like garbage.
And so as everything is collapsing, and people are somehow, against all odds, enjoying themselves, Jack Crumb kind of slinks into the gift shop. He goes, hello, Tex, hi, it's Jack. We don't talk very much. No, I reckon we don't, and mighty shame if you ask me. I always like to get to know my co-workers. How are you, Jack? I mean, obviously, with the hall on fire, I guess your part's a bit smaller than it normally is. And with these prices at $0, I don't got much to do. You want to go grab a beer? Do you know any place that does sherry? I reckon I love sherry. And with that, Jack Crumb and
my
Tex
God.
Handsome leave the house to get a sherry.
So romantic.
Mission accomplished. Alright.
The Fairy Queen's House of Fear. Despite making $0 for Leopold Vaughn, who curses the whole thing and all of you fairies, is considered by the Queen herself a rousing success.
Woo!
Filled with fire, bats, and garbage.
I go to the long gallery and see the first portrait. I'm like, oh, sweet, we got a garbage-themed portrait, too.
It's a perfect metaphor for StarCraft because fire bats are really garbage in that game.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And with their ownership of the deed, hot chocolate and milkweed butterscotch are, of course, given control of the manor. The Fairy Queen's Manor of Fear and Garbage. Dr. Necco Dankthistle is given a
leave of absence from lecturing.
She does not have to deal with students anymore, as she now has Professor Paul Peters to help take on the lecture circuit.
Oh no, I was thinking more that as a punishment, but that also depends on your perspective.
And Whitney Carnation is giving an incredible write-up on her card as the happiness fairy, and her present self now syncs up with the future self as she forges the actual university where she got her certificate from.
Nice, a stable time loop.
She has a cameo in the wedding of Tex Handsome and Jack Crumb years later.
Yay.
And everyone looks at the owls, and they think, you know what? Do you know that the larger species of owls have been known to eat prey as large as small deer and young warthogs? That's amazing. I love owl facts.
Wow.
And with that, Costume Fairy Adventures comes to a close.
We did it! Yay!
We did it. There's tons of garbage everywhere. I'm happy.
It's very good. Thanks everybody for playing. Looks like we got about 45 minutes left for the next break, so I think I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we can play another round of Drawful 2 in the chat.
Yeah. Also, we're at $1,205, the goal.
I kind of need a little bit of help because I was sort of keeping track of magic and trouble myself. I came to the count of 24, which would translate to $240 for my personal contribution to this. But if someone has a different number for me, I would accept that. If anyone else was keeping track.
I wasn't keeping track of the total, but I really thank you so much for that donation. It really means a lot.
Okay.
Nice. Thanks,
You're welcome.
everybody.
I'll get that in after this. This was grand.
Yeah.
This was truly
It was
grand.
a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for playing. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm gonna stop the stream so I can go to the bathroom.